Hello guys, how are you? This is the opening that will be added to a playlist Stop War. So welcome to check all the readings on the playlist Stop the War. Today we got the news from so-called Mr. President of so-called country Ukraine that there is information that the opposite side, the enemy, will during this weekend attack the nuclear station. So one more information from Mr. Not to be trusted, Mr. Z. One more information that the opposite party will attack the nuclear stations while he's constantly attacking all the four new fresh new republics, fresh new provinces that they literally voted to belong, the freshly new belonging to a Russian Federation, returning back to the, pardon me, excuse me, people from these four provinces returning back to the Russian, mother Russian land. So, what is the truth? While he's bombing the people, pure citizens, literally in Crimea and four provinces, what is the truth? So, we are going to check just shortly, opening about what will happen from this information and what is the secret behind this information. Who is behind this information and is it real or fake? Thank you for sending these questions. And I like Awaken Americans that they send these questions. So thank you. My YouTube babies, majorities are literally from the United States. And yes, back from the South Europe, I'm doing this literally opening for you when I'm not back in US. Again, welcome to join, guys. Check up the whole list up. Stop War as well, like a politic analyst as well, a person that had built in many war zones the for the cultural tolerance, culture of the peace NGOs. I must say that I can really talk about this. Again, I don't want to be on the side of anybody. I'm trying to have a neutral readings. That's what is a spiritual person should be really neutral. At this moment, we are going just to check from different opinion from the Russian, from the Ukraine side, from American side, the approach towards that nuclear stations. Who is behind this? And is this really alert? Is this again a fake information? Because these guys in Ukraine, this guy is really full of fake information that literally till now proved all the way like it was in ex-Yugoslavia back in the war in the zone of the Kosovo. Lot of fake information. So war of the media, this is the second time happening in Europe, the war of the media. Again, I'm going, hello Cloud9. As well, the later on will be the second live stream for your question, Cloud9. I didn't forget, yes, we have that opening later on. After this short political team, we will have another live stream for our celebrities news, energy reading. So please do join the poll. I'm thinking just to type the poll as well. What do you think? Will there be used nuclear power and who is going to use it? Nuclear power will be used. I'm making just a poll for you guys. Will be used from Russia or from Ukraine. And again, another one. Oh my God, where is another one? I want one more. I don't see it. I don't see it now. How is this possible? Like too many words? Oh, it doesn't want to type. Uh-huh. Shorten. Nuclear power from nuclear threat. Let's be like this. Again, Russia, Ukraine. I want more. No, it's not possible. So for starts, just a poll: Russia or Ukraine? Who will have that real nuclear threat? Who is having a nuclear threat at this moment, realistically? You're welcome to join the poll. Of course, I would like to add as well the US side, but there was no more typos, right? Type numbers. I used the numbers in the poll. I really tried to make it shorten. I don't know. Why so short option? So let's see, guys. So first we go for that. Why? Why it took me somewhere far away. 1 second. Let me pull out the telephone. So first we have that. Let's check up the energy. Is Zelensky telling the truth? Wow, just promoting the panic into the media. He wants just to show it to the world. It's just the war, again, the media war, the proxy war. Look at guys. Media card, the technology thing, page of words. Just, he wants more seeking attention guy. That's what he is. He's just seeking attention. And he's faking on the bottom. Yes, he's lying. He's lying, guys. Sorry. Like he's lying to all the world. Again, another thing, if this is not a Russia, who is the third party? Who is the third party? Is that his friends, Free of Cups? Do think about this. Who is his friend? Who is supporting him with the guns? Yes, do think it's coming from us paying there literally and not asking the citizens of Europe or US, and we are paying for that video game proxy war. And it's not a video game because, again, apology to all the people who are suffering there more than 8 years. This is the war literally starting from 2014 when they make it. That independence pushed from the West Europe in the middle of the country of Russia. So here it is. Somebody third is eventually staying behind this. Again, is this the idea, this fake information, is it idea from a third party? No, no. This is just Zelensky idea. No, 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 no. First of all, they're trying to cool him down, but on the other side as well, they're asked push from their countries not to invest any more money into the war. That's what all the countries of US and all the states and all the countries of as well EU, European community, they're asked, their citizens are begging not to. They're angry. They want a civil war because they don't want to invest anymore. Nobody asked them, the simple citizens, that they're working hard to stay hungry, not to have a gas, not to have electricity back at home this winter. Nobody wanted to be a part of that war except the politicians. That they definitely, the same politicians won't be hungry this winter. They won't have the electricity cut as well. They are going to be just fine driving in a jet there and literally driving with the driver chauffeur. No lacking of anything for our politicians all over the world. And this is a global state, guys. It's a global betrayal. Look at it's all over the planet, the global world called and free words. Amazing. And everybody can see through this thing. Again, one more questions connected to the same person, still analyzing this approach. So, first of all, if behind the nuclear threat, nuclear threat, a possible attack on nuclear station inside of Ukraine for this weekend, like Zelensky is telling us, uh, who is behind? Is that US behind? Wow. First of all, just the paid people, the merchandise. There are the people, legion are people who are paid literally to interfere, literally from all the sides, literally the Nine of Swords and Eight of Pentacles, people who are paid and coming from all over. And as well, 1 second, give me more. everything is just a game of the money. On the bottom pages of Pentacle, and as well, just the people who deliver just paid for a small job. And Eight of Pentacle, everything turns to be just a war profiteer paying them literally to promote more and longer war. So will somebody outsider, not Russian, I just said outsider, like in the past, these same people who were here, the alliance, who were supporting the Zelensky here, they're back on the scene. Look at the same people in the past and the same people who are literally paid, literally, remember this card, these two cards paid, that they're just the friends of Zelensky, they're still there. These are people who are outside, these are outsiders, not the citizens of Russian Federation, not the citizens of the Ukraine fresh new state. So this is literally uh, of people. It seems like as well there was a possible secret agreement that happened recently, and literally was it that online call, was it directly coming to somebody from this week, was somebody visiting Zelensky, by the way, this week? Just think about this. And I do believe they have some kind of the yes, last week was that agreement, was it in Prague, in Czechia, or something else, somewhere else in Europe, and it seems like this was idea from the outsiders, and I'm rejecting you. I don't want to risk my country because I don't want to have all so many victims in this region. It's my region, it's my motherhood region. Um, so they choose somebody from outside who doesn't care for Europe. This is the pure outsider. Are these people from? Are these people paid from U.S. side? The Big Brother again, guys. Look at the Big Brother is here, and everything like in the past time with the Seven of Pentacle covering the Four of Pentacle, the same team, the same friends that they were supporting before with the Big Brother, supporting to start the war in Ukraine, the same people who brought the Ukraine independence. The war started 2014, and that's how even the cards are saying this same alliance, your friends, that they literally emerge your country under such a terrorizing the local pro-Russian citizens and Russian citizens as well inside last 8 years inside of Ukraine. Uh, Again, do not ask me why I say. Some people they ask me in comments, "What is the new Ukraine? What is the old Ukraine?" I said, "But old Ukraine is the one that there was a motherland and belonging to ex-Soviet Union, and then later on to Russian Federation." And yes, this right now is that new Ukraine. So last 8 years and a little bit longer than 8 years. So. We said who is here in charge of threatening to bomb the nuclear station in the middle of Ukraine. It's sent people from abroad, from literally support of the alliance and the Big Brother. Big Brother, you know who? An alliance of NATO. It's like I'm your friend from the start, and as well, I'm going to send the people from abroad, the pure contractors, like a legend, are back in the Europe. I don't know how you call this, like a merchandise soldiers that they really do not have emotional bond with the local society, with the local citizens, because they're literally not the local as well. And these people from abroad, as you see, literally coming for a small pennies, literally, and do not care. Even the people will be hurted for so many sides that it's so hurting. It's giving insomnia to even suggest it to a local politician to do them by themselves. I see somebody rejected from a local politician to do this action during these war days. And yes, unfortunately, could be manifesting. There will be really attack on the station. Look at guys. But as well, they are going to pretend we are not the one responsible. The opposite side is responsible. Oh my God, look at the order. Wow. We don't want to have obligations, but we are deep inside of this, all right? Correct. We send that money. We send these contractors. And but we don't want to have obligation. When you ask us to literally make a statement, are we responsible? Not, we are not. Like you have literally a playboy in love that is flirting with you, right? Correct. Or flirting with you, but then if you get in trouble in pregnancy, he ran away. I don't want to have obligation with you. And that's what literally it is. Ukraine is a little lover of that not important lover for the unfortunately for US and alliance. They're sacrificing the Ukraine. Unfortunately, they're sacrificing with the Ukraine all the citizens. Last 8 years, they're sacrificing the pro-Russian and Russian citizen inside of the East region all over the Ukraine as well. Now from this year they're sacrificing as well the Europe as a victim of first an attack of this gas food shortages from February. And like I'm witnessing this in Italy, in Greece where I am, and as well on one more location in South Europe. So yes, I can tell you the story from three places in Europe as well from US side. I can tell you that this is like we are all suffering from when we are in US, when we are living in the Central or South Europe, we are suffering. And again, we cannot be compared. Again, apology to the victims of the pure war. We cannot be compared with last 8 years victims of the Nazis there, and then we cannot be as well in last few months war, almost a year. We cannot be compared again with the victims of the war on both sides. But yes, we are suffering. And yes, our politicians, US and NATO, they won't have obligation. They're not telling what's happening. They're just sending tentacle monies, the merchandise. The soldiers are trained and coming as well to train with the new weapon because new weapon had to have as well training, right? As look at we're on contract, we come to work here, we don't care, we don't have obligation, we can hurt, we can provoke this nuclear station, we can hit on that, that's our target. And that's the point here. I don't see here the card that our enemy is literally doing the nuclear attacking the nuclear station. It's our eventually our association, our lover. This is in a war state alliance, if it's not lover, and this is a big brother over the alliance once more. What do you want else? And yes, this is whatever is a nuclear threat is happening inside of our alliance. The idea started inside of our alliance. Do you see the cards? Lovers Alliance for once inside of our and manifesting. Yes, it's true. Again, on the start, whatever was the information from on the start of the first question was a short question. Was that the Zelensky faking or not? Like saying like this weekend will be a possible nuclear attack. And there is like was idea of the tower card, like his and the media's cards, two media's card and the tower card. This is will again when it will be literally from the opposite side, literally from the Russian side, will be exposed like it's not true as well all the time. If you can see, but you cannot see if you're in USA, in Europe. If you're in South Europe, you can see in some of the countries the East European news. Yes, you can watch the same, the British, the European news, our European community news, but we can watch as well the East Russian side, on the Russian side of the front as well, the news. And both, of course, US and European news. Where are we right now? But there's not a blockage of the media, fortunately, only in South Europe, in few locations, seriously. And again, guys, literally the news all the time is saying that the Russian side eventually never wanted. They're trying to get the nuclear stations to protect them. That's their final goal. And this eventual intervention of the Russia from February was literally to take over the nuclear station and this biologic 20 biologic lab that they are literally there illegally made it under the contract with Russia on the territory of all ex-Soviet, ex-Russian Federation, turned to be a Russian Federation these days, ex-Soviet Union, making Ukraine was there. There was literally signed that there shouldn't be the biolabs, it shouldn't be the part of NATO, there shouldn't be the guns as well. The same things happening like when was, let's say, Germany signing the contract of peace after the Second World War. There were so many things that the German even today they cannot do. And yes, meanwhile, the Germany has that station of American bases from Second World War and never canceled, and they become this uh, long-term slave of that alliance just because of her and her citizens. Unfortunately, because of their politician, a fascist in the Second World War, and uh, literally trying to have invade the Russian Federation 2014 with making this a country to make a new step for the NATO. It's really making a victim of all these citizens. And again, not them. It's like a ricochet returning to a Europe. Unfortunately, it seems like it's decaying the Europe and everything that we are going to witness in November. Again, when this is recording, it's 21st October, guys. Let me inform you. And literally, when you download this live stream, it will be probably 21st or 22nd, depending from the internet, and it will be the live stream turning to a video edit to a playlist Stop the War, and justice will be served as well. In less than 10 days, we are entering a dramatical period of November. Yes, dramatical. No panic again. I have a few videos that I have called no panic for no panic again, but we are going to have that again, the pulling out the money from the banks, crypto investment as well. Please go away from crypto investment. Go away from any bank. Pull up any kind of money, small money. I'm talking whatever is your saving, it's very important. If you have 10 euros, $10, if you have 100 or you have a million, again, it's important for you. For everybody, the saving is important, especially for the simple people that they are hardworking, having a small saving. It's important to take out all the money before November will be collapsing all the monetary system. It's a range, and literally, guys, this happened already it literally during the preface in every war, and this is like just repeating, like the history is repeating. I'm talking as a professor of history first level, and then again as phd in culture and human rights, and I can talk for hours about this, but it's just a short note. Everything is repeating with simple language. Literally, it's repeating everything that had happened as well during the startup of the First World War and Second World War. Yes, so be aware that as well we are going to have this puppet war. It will again apology to all the victims last 8 years and during this last year of the intervention. So it's almost 9 years of suffering. Apology to them, but this video game proxy war that I officially call it like that. Literally, when you have the president of the new country that is doing like literally not going out of the shelter and being in that hologram perspective like a musician of or Instagram celebrity doing that, just a hologram studio with a fake background. Like look at me, I always have my whatever is the time of the day, you can see in my windows as well, you can see as well always the same angle on few my locations in my summer house, in one summer house in the library, in another summer house library on Greek islands. You can see me. You can see me back on another location in Europe. I always have the same angle, and you can see as well some point of the time frame of the day, right? When it's recording. This is not a studio. This is not a hologram studio either. This is as well away from all the technology that is used now in this uh, media war. But again, there are people who are suffering. There are people who are as well a prisoner of the war that they are tortured right now. I saw just 1 year, 1 hour ago. I saw the interview with a lady that is a journalist that they were attacked just waiting on a bridge, ferry boat. The group of the international tourists that they were attacked. Nobody talks about this from Zelensky's side. And these journalists, they were attacked with the cassette bombs. I must say the cassette bombs are the one that they have. One bomb has inside the thousands of the small pieces that they are so terrifying, and it's not for one casualty. It's like when it's blasting, and I was as well in one of the attack of the cassette bomb as well in 1999. Yes, so I can talk about this, and it happened on my birthday. Pardon, please, with the water. What are the comments? I got really emotional about this. So the journalists are there, that they are literally at the moment being on the attack from the Ukraine side, while they were literally waiting for a ferry boat to literally run away with the rest of the citizens. The group of the international journalists that they're ready to run away, evacuate to be evacuated by the ferry boat, literally to leave that area. And the lady got, like I said, uh, the big injury, the young journalist that is younger than my daughter age, like a girl could be a very young journalist, like 20 and something, just finishing the studies of journalism and just thinking, uh, uh, looking at her like being my student. And literally as a student, as a mother, as war experienced as well, voluntary in many war zones. I can see her in her pain as well. I can see her that she's honest talking about this as well. Literally, the piece of this big Keller. I don't know what is your expression. This is a German expression that we have for these pieces. Literally enter and pass from her back to her lungs, and she was almost to die, but she's still alive. And was very hard for her to record her experience. And then there was ex-prisoner that literally talking about how they were literally burning his feet. Like, what is this? Is this like a Nazi method? Is this like 500 years under the Turkish? What was this? I heard this in the national historical poems that they were doing this literally with literally when there would always invaders coming and attacking the locals. This would happen. Like, what is happening with this, with the people who are it's 2022, the people are still dealing with them demonistic evil methods of torturing the prisoners. And yes, this is happening to Russian prisoners that they're in they were prisoner under the Nazis Ukraine. And literally as well, it's not like one or two people that were torturing him. He said that he has to pass like 10 people hitting on him on daily basis, as well burning his feet, like I said, putting him the tattoos, the like branding with that Z name, you know what is it? And he show up these scarves, uh, and as well they promise him to cut him fingers, toes. Like, I shouldn't talk about this, but this is really disturbing when you listen to these people who are survivor of this torturing. And that's what are literally, you don't get these infos. They are blocked when you're literally now, if you're in US or in Europe West side, you don't see this news. Even if I send you links, I know because I sent to myself when I was outside on the conference in Italy, for example. I sent to myself when I was having the same news and I could see it while I was back in the South Europe. I could see it. But then I sent to myself when I had a conference, international conference in April and May, start of May, the end of April, and literally I sent to myself and to my colleagues, and it couldn't be open. And as well, there was a Swedish colleague, there was Italian colleagues, there was a Greek colleague as well. Later on, when I returned to Greece, it couldn't be open even in Greece. But back again, a little bit north from Greece, it could be open in one country where it doesn't belong to the East or the West bloc. And that's really refreshing, where we have still the fresh air of the free media. Yes, you can guess what is it. You can ask me in the comments which one it is, the country. It's not important. It's important. And in 2022, it's important just the opening and free medias. It's not important where you are and what is your region and what is your the base of your medias. It's important to be tolerant and hear the both sides. That's important. And here it is going back to one of my NGOs where we talk about the culture of tolerance and culture of peace. Without tolerance, follows us and giving them a chance to talk as well, we cannot have the culture of peace. We cannot have that peace state. As well, are we all the victim of this media? Seems so. We look at the last card here. The victim. We are all the victim. It's so clear because the evidence are always arriving. Whatever coming fake, guys, and this nuclear threats accusation for the Russian side, it's coming the day or a few days after. Literally, it's a proof. Go and check up the news on other side. This is a proof, literally, that we are all victims of the fake information. Remember with the tower card on the start and media and pages word as well. There is this technology war that is happening and everything is arranged. And what is on the bottom again? Secret, the moon card. Do you see, guys? Moon card because of what? Because of the war profiteer. Let's keep up the secret. We are sacrificing the global society, we're sacrificing everybody, and we are the victim as well. And that's the whole, like a public society, public secret, pardon, because this is, we know the truth about the secret. So I call it the public secret. And everybody is still not allowed to talk because this is a contract with the devil, and the contract is about the war profiteers, the people who are the elite, monetary elite, as you see, still in charge and prolonging the war with the 201 strategy and making us suffering. They want to weaken the Europe. Again, for me, Europa is that feminine energy here. Look at this beautiful card. It's very funny because I have an Uncle Sam. US for me is in a card of Emperor, the leading the power, superpower, US. And then I have a Europa. It's the ancient Greek word that literally I see it as a feminine side, like that submissive feminine, Europe in this position, and then US as an emperor. And look at, and the Europe seems like being a victim. First of all, again, we have the world card as well and a victim together. Like, yes, we are suffering on a global level, but as well, it will be sacrificed Europe, the first of all, because of that monitor, war profiteer, monitor elite contract with the devil. This pure evil elite on the top, 10 of Pentacles. That's the whole public secret here. And they're still paying, they're prolonging with the 201s. They still keep up the strategy to prolong paying the war, like feeding the beast, right? What do you think? 10 of Pentacles and devil and strategy, 2 wands, and everything so clear. That secret, that was the secret, because this was first these two cards and then was expressed here, like, yes, that's the whole secret. We're victim of this. Again, the last question, again, going back to the first one, everything is involved. Will Russian side save nuclear? Will the Russian side save the nuclear stations from the Nazis and the paid merchandise? Wow, they're trying to manifest as well. At the moment, it seems like there is a lackage of something. Look at Page of Pentacle and Magician. I said that there are people who are less paid from the abroad who are sent here to work, and literally it seems like they cannot confront the local people. They already have a contract with Ukraine side. These people who are brought here on a contract, remember this page, they don't belong. They are literally not the Russian side, they are not Ukraine side. These are the page that they are sent of the war, that literally the dogs of the war, that they're sent for a small money to do their job. They don't ask what, yes, what region, yes, do I vote for, do I like Russian or Ukraine. Like these are the people who are literally here, just sent from the Uncle Sam. Look at this. Look at this. Is this Joe Biden with the little bit younger, being younger with the fresh hair? This is a hunter. Oh my God. I see the hunter here. Oh, this is very weird. It looks like Hunter Biden. He organized everything. And that's where it is coming because he used that, his parents. He used his parents' connection to mingle and whatever he was abusing. Look at the Nine of Cups, abusing the position through his family card, abusing the position literally to as well manifest some cash war profiteer situation through that country from 2014. Wow, wow, wow. So why is for last year 14 times he has been there already, or 12 times? How many times have been Hillary Clinton in just 1 year to Ukraine? Why? Why? That woman of the evil, that my students, while I was there in the bombing, volunteering as a professor, my first students many years ago, they were making the caricature of that woman and her husband. Why? Because it's true. Because they're provoking the war all the way. Is that couple as well here? This is almost, guys, if this is Uncle Sam, if this is a Biden as well, this couple seems like C couple. C, remember? Clinton. What do you think? These people who do everything for the cash. As well, everything is brought to the light, thanks to the very brave, very brave people who were sacrificed as well. Remember Julian Assange, English, German person back on the gray zone from other side of the war zone, as well. That French professor lady as well, that she was brave enough as well to talk to Professor Sorbonne, but she lost the job as well when she was last few months at the start of the war, first few months, she was in literally being one of this team of the brave people who were telling us the truth, that we need awakening, that we are naive and immature as well. Uh, by eliminating them, there are as well like blockage of media, they are eliminating as well these people who are talking too much, sometimes even here on our platforms, literally, unfortunately, and they want everything to stay, wow, status quo, we don't change, we are under this team, and we are part of the devil's team, right? We are part of these war profiteers. That's what I see, these people, that's why they want to sacrifice just uh, let's sacrifice Europe. Let's sacrifice East Europe as well. But that's so clear. But we are not going to send. Wow, wow, wow. Look, we are not going to send. We are not going to send. Our strategy is just to send the pentacles, but not to send our personal soldiers, not to send our soldiers, like our citizens, pardon. We can just sacrifice the Europe. Again, Europa, the card. Again, guys, there is that energy always at the end of this reading. I get the Putin card, trying to be in the new light through the new, through the breaking of the blockages of media. People, they start to make like a new, becoming a new fans of that, seeing from a new perspective. what is the mission of Putin, and that he's literally, look at, that he's literally this Russian Federation, like a motherland, literally the one that fighting for justice, like a queen of swords, Putin and the justice here. And there was like many people who are now crying back, really listening to footages, video recording from some of the American, Canadian. I mean, in any countries, you have intellectual people that they are trying to break the blockages of media and literally sending, sharing the videos of what was really a suffering and torturing the last 8 years plus this year in that region, being Russian or pro-Russian. And what was the point of making this little country, new version of that country? What was the purpose? And seems like the people are crying, saying like it's too late. We have missed the truth as well. That's why we have urged now, because we were postponed with the blockages of media. We were like, seems like too late as well. The people are terrified. Will there be too late for if this is a really now? If literally the dogs of the devils, paid people from abroad, are in front of the nuclear station. I mean, guys, there is idea as well. Wow, wow, wait, there is on the bottom the cards. There is idea to organize the summit outside of this region, not Russia, not US, not in Europe, definitely not in Europe. To organize outside, because remember the Turkish premier was talking as well, Elon Musk, that he would like to be. We said, I have in my reading that he would like to be the one that could be like a peacemaker, but on other side, Indonesia is showing today, and look at that thing. Let's make that justice call like possible peace conference between them. Let's reconcile them. Let's reunite them abroad in Indonesia. And this is my card for Indonesia. But seems like no, the trickster. Look at the trickster, that little Mister Z. He doesn't want. He's paid. He's paid to work, he's paid, she's here just for the money. The same thing like before, because he was asked so many times from 2014, whenever there was some terrible, horrible stories of torturing the local people from the start, first day of the independence of Ukraine, when they were in Odessa, when they were literally burning alive students on the university in Odessa. And literally, the first day of that um, new country, 2014, on May 1st, Maidan ritual of torturing and killing the students there. Like it was a satanistic ritual to kill them. And everything is continuing. This guy is paid to continue that cycle of I'm paid here as well. Give me more soldiers, give me more merchandise, right? And I want to continue. I cannot as well cancel my contract with the devil. Even if I want it during my sleepless night with the Nine of Swords, definitely he has a sleepless night. These guys, after so many people in that little new fake country being tortured, last 8 and almost 9 years, literally with the Nine of Swords, he cannot sleep now. He knows the justice is coming for him. And again, that's why he's so angry and asking, pushing, give me more, give me new contracts, send me more money, send me more contractors. I need more people. Yes. Because again, this is a tiny country comparing with the Russian capacity of the citizens to go and get involved. First of all, when was that mobilization? Only one day of mobilization. In need officially just 300,000 soldiers. Russia that same day got 900, 3 times more volunteers. So yes, do not look just these widows going to Alaska on the border or crossing back to Europe, the runaways. These are just few bad people without any kind of the moral values. Should they stay and practice the moral values and integrity of their country, and as well the other their own citizens in Ukraine side integrity? Should they really have the moral values in their own life, wherever they are going to be? It will be like hidden in the rabbit hole, right? Because why? Because these are the people who are cowards. Do you know what I mean? These are the people who are coward, even if they run away, wherever they're going to run away. It will be like, wow, are they still in front? Are they looking for me? Are they searching? Because this is the conscience knocking on somebody's door later on as a punishment. Yes, they don't feel it now. And that's insomnia nights. And that's position being pushed as well. Keep up the contract. What is your deal? What is your, as well, you're going to be paid for your role contract, like before with the Four of Pentacles with the devil, right? Devil and Four of Pentacles. Keep up the good work as well. Wow, you choose wrongly, Mr. Z. That's what it is. The truth is already haunting you, because whenever you try to make the fake information, there is always coming the realistic proof that it's fake. So how many times you have tricked us, Europe, and us, US citizens, right, to pull up the money from our pockets, from our money? It's not from our politicians. The money is us, from us citizens, the labor class. So guys, let's pray that the war can be stopped with the power of the love. Again, I'm just going to do the short opening once again. Is this weekend somebody going to attack the nuclear stations? Wow. Again, they're trying. Wow, 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 guys. There will be really a lot of casualties. Look at the death card and the wow. Look at that. This is like literally a nuclear station. I mean, I have to do the short version of this so you can see the cards. Okay, so people from abroad, the third party people, yes, they're just in and out sent to provoke this. And these are not the people who are from the Russian side, these are the people injured or hidden inside of Ukraine, the people who are foreigners who just come here. They are third party people, not Russian, not Ukraine. And do you see third party two times? Yes, confirming. And literally, like, wow, wow, wow. As well, let me see. Is it something too late? I hope it's not too late. I see a few times that card. Oh my God, is it too late? Wow, look at that. Somebody's not paying or sending the money because afraid of nuclear station, nuclear war, nuclear energy, nuclear weapons to be used. Will confirm me these two cards. Will nuclear will nuclear station will be attacked from the Ukraine side this weekend? Wow. Third party. This is organized not from the Russian. This is already third party from the people who are just coming indoor, provoking more, spicing more the war. Look at two times the same card, different decks. And it will be the proof for that. The Russian side will find the proof. Wow. Yes, somebody who is a friend of Ukraine. Wow, wow, wow. That first part. And seems like at this moment, when you see so much fake information, fake friends leaving you hungry, without electricity, without the gas, as well, they want to put the nuclear station active and as well pollute you and your families and your soldiers and your country forever. Like, can you trust these fake people? Is that a wake up call for somebody? Like, for whom? For a planet Earth, for humanity? Is there any humanity anymore? Is there a conscience? I mean, what's happening here? It seems like a crossroad. On which side do we need to shift that energy to understand where is the evil, where is the good? If the Russian side all the time was having intervention to save the nuclear station and as she was informed that the war will be provoked from the other party, from the third party. And this is really happening. Is it confirmation that they're really having the reason to save that old territory? Like, seems like this is a proof because this is a disaster. Look at the fire, the nuclear station under the fire. Wow, in the middle of the day. I just heard two times in the middle. So guys, I'm going to stop here. Enough the political team. Do pray that with the power of love we can literally stop these nuclear weapons, nuclear station to be used against all the planet Earth and to expose the real, to catch all the people who are going to be a part of this attack, of this operation. Whoever is going to attack and promote, and this was not the first time. There was during this intervention, literally Russians were trying to save Zaporozhye so many times. And one more weekend of that literally stressful weekend for all of us. What will happen there in East Europe? Again, guys, welcome to join the poll. I think you can have it even later on when it's downloading the video. Yes or not? Maybe you can still have it attached there. We are going to close this live stream. Welcome to join the next one in just 1 minute after we have another team. Just check on my profile. If you like this, don't forget to hit a subscribe and alarm bell and join the next live stream. It's arriving exactly in 2 minutes. And as well, you can pre-order your question. Thank you in advance for any kind of donation. It's really joining my good karma work. Is it now in this emergency situation as well? Last 3 years while we are stuck in a COVID crisis, while I'm not doing that last 15 years, more than 15 years plus 3 years in COVID crisis, so-called COVID crisis, doing that outside of my Thailand, outside of my station. Hello, who are you? Hello, Sakshi. Hello, sweet. Uh, Thank you for being here, Sakshi. Oh, again, you are here as well, guys. Welcome to join the next live stream. Like I said, it will start in few minutes. Welcome to join. It will be a part of that. Justice will be served as well. This reading will be added to a stop war, and plus justice will be served. There's already more than 400 videos of volunteer work. These are not the questions that they are prepaid. You're just sending me ideas, my YouTube babies, what to be the next one. And I go by energy picking literally what will be with the spirits a next one. Warning for you or warning for that certain person that is dedicating the reading. Yes, I remember your name totally and the family name. Yes. Om Shanti. Namaste. You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome again. We always have a free card at the end. So join the next live stream in a few minutes. Kisses. That one will be not a political thing. Use the power of love, guys. The last thing before you fall asleep and the first thing in the morning, please do that pray meditation for power of love and the justice to be served and to release all the justice. Who is the Nazis? Who is the fascists? And who is torturing the people last 8 years and in this intervention as well? And yes, as well, pray, not thinking what is nationality, just pray war to be stopped and the real war profiteer to be exposed on the global level. Of course, I know I was living in India for 1 year on my studies of medicine. Check out my website, healing website, shantiveda.com. Yes, actually, that's why I remember your name as well. I used to hear one of the students there, the local person with that name. As well, we say we have reverse relative Sashka as well. Sasha, yes. Yes, this is a name happening in Greece, in ex-Yugoslavia as well. Sasha, Sasha, Sashka. It's just like the last letter. Yes, it's reverse. Famata as well. Oh my God, Famata changed the name few times. Famata, you have your reading. That was Nadia, right? Hadia or Nadia. You have your reading. You got a giveaway today in the previous one. Do you hear me? Famata, with your first photo today, you were Emon and you were then Hadia. You got your reading. Just check up the previous. It's at the end of the last live stream. The name of the live stream was Baby Boom News. Yes, that was the name of the live stream. I think it's downloaded. To check it. Kisses to all. In few minutes start the new roll and new free cards for everybody as well. We go for more brighter things. Don't forget again to pray peace and love with the power of love for justice and for the peace, and no any soldiers and no any citizen and no any prisoner of war to suffer. And the one that they have contract with the Satan and the fascists to be recognized as well. Like they were recognized in the First World War, like they were recognized in the Second World War, to be exposed in this war as well. Because they cannot get away. Like if they were doing last 20 years with the small wars all over the world, interference, they are going to be recognized this time. It's a big deal. Peace and love. Let the justice be served, guys. Whatever is the country or region, let the justice be served and nobody to be tortured. And your citizens and your beloved one and the people you see on the news to be a happy faces and nobody to be a victim of anything. Peace and love and stop the Nazis